Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I will be doing my fuel filter because I suspect that's what's wrong with the car and why it keeps going into limp mode every 30 seconds. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing you've got to do when you come to the underside of the vehicle, got under the bonnet, fuck's sake. You've got to do, when you come to the bonnet, you've got to remove the air filter housing, that one there. It just sits there, just cut the screws, whiz them out, done. And then a couple here as well, two there and then one on the underside. That's broken. To remove that, so you can then pull out this piece here, because your fuel filter is just sitting down there, just in there, at the bottom of my fingers. So yeah, you take off the piping that goes from the air filter down to the turbo, and the little crankcase breather that comes out of there and goes into the inlet like that. Be very careful not to bend the pipe, this little one here. If you follow my Snapchat series, you would have seen that this pipe was literally hanging on for dear life, and it just gave out today. Like as I took it off, it just dropped. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but like I mentioned, it was pretty bad as it is, so I might just patch it and get a new one. Anyway, right, on to the next bit. I'm going to remove this cover here to then expose a fuel filter, move a couple of things out of the way, and then I will come back to the video. Now that the engine cover's off and all that, that's what I meant to say in the last little bit. As you can see down here, this is the fuel filter. Like I mentioned, when I bought the car, it was literally tied on like this. So I've already changed this one, so this one is actually a slightly newer one, less than a year. But as I changed this one a couple weeks later, that's when the light came on. So I'm suspecting it might be this, because that's the only real thing that I've done to it. Or there's like maybe a leak, or I don't know, like the check valve's gone or something like that. Yeah, check valve is basically just a valve, like a one-way valve, that when you put pressure on it, it doesn't essentially like back up. So if there's a check valve here, for example, and the fuel was going outwards out that way, and it was here, anything that you push that way isn't going to go back. So it isn't going to go back into the tank, so that you don't have any fuel. Because on these cars, you don't have a sender unit in the tank, fuel sender unit. It's like a little pump that pumps it up down to, show you the fuel pump. Anyway, see that little, see this down here? That is the fuel regulator. That's part of the fuel pump. That little black bit, come on, focus. Yeah. Anyway, right. That's basically where the fuel pump is, and then you've got fuel rod down the back as well. So the only kind of pump this diesel has is HDTI, I think it's called, something like that. TDCI even, sorry. Is that high pressure pump there? So it's just got to create a vacuum from the tank, and these cars are quite known when they get old to have fueling problems, such as check valve goes, or there's like a tiny little leak in the system and air somehow gets into it, which I suspect if air is going to get into it anyway, it's probably going to be around here where it's all been mashed up. But yeah, literally when I bought it and went to go change it, it was literally tied on like that, just two zip ties holding this on. This wasn't even plugged in when I bought it on the other one. So yeah, it's just fitted it. But this is the, yeah, it was a big B. This is the fuel. It's like a warmer. So like the fuel goes in through this pipe here, and it goes into the fuel filter. And then you've got a little like, kind of like a tiny little glow plug, but it's not like the same function as a glow plug. It just warms the fuel so that it flows a bit better, because diesel's quite thick, not very viscous, so it needs to flow better. Get me? Yeah, right. I'm gonna stop fiddling with stuff and get this off. I don't have a new pipe yet, so I'm literally just gonna have to bang it back on like that until I get a new one. Because I heard these are quite like, these are a bit of a pain in the ass to change, because they literally like screw in, and they kind of like, you kind of got like heat shrink it around. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, now I've got I've just taken off this first pipe, which is just sitting down there. The zip ties up there. Come on, stay strong. You've got this little connector in there. There's a little bit on the back here, this part here. You just got to lift it up with your finger, to then get it off the little notch that's on the back of there, and then literally it just like, for example, I'll show you. So you get your finger around the back and then just push it up and off, pull it up, done. So that's the electrical connector out and the fuel out line out. And this one in the back here, this is the fuel in. You want to be so careful with this one because it's so brittle. Basically, you kind of want to shift it forward a little bit because it's got these either side of it. These look like clips. You've got to push in. And you just push in, theoretically, you just push in. Give it a little wiggle and it comes off. Right, I can't do this one-handed. So yeah, literally, one thing on there, one on there, push in on the little white tabs, as you can see there. And then just literally pull it out. So I've just managed to get mine out of camera. You gotta hold it forward like that, and then get your other hand underneath the back of this, because it literally the back of it literally sits against the fuel filter housing, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, literally, and then just give it a little wiggle. Be careful, pull it off. Done. That is it, all disconnected. Put that somewhere for safekeeping. Just let it chill there. Yeah, cool. And then to remove the fuel filter, this little tab here, you've got to pull it forward and then pull up. So you pull this little bit forward to get it off the notch, as you can see there, and then just wiggle it up. You need two hands for this bit, so bear with. Right, now that I've got it out, you want to get this portion here out. If I just put that down there. You want to get this part here out if you don't have another one. This is basically the in and warmer unit. So there's a little notch, there's a little notch there, as you can see. And you've got to lift this part up with a flat head. Be very careful. Actually, to be fair, you're bending it anyway, so chuck it in the bin, whatever. You can snap this bit, and then you've got to literally just push this bit outwards, so it goes down that way. As you can see, it's got a little guide down there. So yeah, but be careful not to damage this if you don't have a new one. A little bit of fuel may spill out, but it's not the end of the world because you can sort it out later on. If you've got a bit of brake clean or whatever, or just leave it about a week or so, it'll wash out. Actually no, don't leave it, wash it out. Yeah, anyway, right, okay, bear with. Right, so here I have the old fuel filter and the new fuel filter with this little part in here. My new one came with two new O-rings that are green. So when you take out this heating unit, definitely replace the little O-rings because yeah, it's pretty vital and they look pretty knackered, to be fair. But yeah, literally you can see just comparing the differences from the old one to the new one. This one I think is a Crossman or a MAN filter, Crossland even, yeah, Crossland filter. And this one is a Bosch filter. I think this was like 30-40 quid. I think this was like 20. Like with car parts, it's such a good choice to go with well-known higher end products because they're just so much more worth it. Like for example, the little waste pipe down there, it's got a little plastic over it. The waste pipe here doesn't at all. And even the dipstick, which is that little unit there, looks like absolute shite. I couldn't even open it. I only found out recently you could open it, like literally today I opened it. And this one came off so easy, and it's just so much easier. You can get a socket around there, get an Allen key in there. It's just looks so much better. The general quality of this just looks so much better. But yeah, so I've taken out the unit that was sitting here, which is this now. Literally for this one, you had to kind of start it off in this little part here. That's where the O-ring sits in like that, and where the fuel goes into fuel filter from there. Kind of got to wedge it in there, turn it to then get it under this little clip here, to then push down and then essentially put it into this little part here. It's quite easy, a little bit fiddly, but you get there in the end, like you figure it out. It's just not too bad. Right, so I'm going to put it back in the car, pretty much in reverse order, and I will show you. Back on the bonnet. So literally, you've got the fuel filter, I just put it there for a second. So you've got to line it up with them, the little grooves there. Oh, sorry, get that in there, and then when it clicks, you know it's in. Electrical connector, get it in there, click in. Where's the other one? That's that one there. This one here, these are called push fits. So when you push them in, they click automatically. So you push it in there. You can't really see too well. There we go. A little wiggle. Click, it's in there, little wiggle, nice and tight. And then the other one, which is somewhere, it's hiding, there it is. This is the out pipe, which is a bit mashed. Well, it's just connected to mashed. Anyway, right, so that goes on there. Click in, and then usually you'd have like a white tab that goes around there that you'd slot in, and it would click underneath. But on mine I don't. So mine's all connected in. Also my wiring harness on the back of the fuel filter clips in right at the bottom. When you take it off, you'll see it and you'll remember it. It's different on some cars. Sorry, it's a bit fiddly. Oh, bloody hell. Come on. Okay. Alright, now that mine's back on there, as you can see, the zip tie's around there, trusty zip tie, bit of a pain in the arse, but yeah. I really need to get it sorted out, and I will soon, so don't roast me in the comments too much. Yeah, so that's held on there. That's bloody tight. Like, it's not coming off. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not coming off. Yeah, no, that'll be alright. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just put connectors in, make sure everything's nice and tight, nothing's leaking. Make sure this is tight as well. It's not loose, because all of your diesel fuel and whatever will come out of that little pipe down there. As you can see it, that one there, it'll just squirt out the back. It's not very nice. And it marks your floor and all, like your drive and such. It's not very nice, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and comment, all that, share it around. And yeah, this is how you do a MK6 fuel filter on a diesel TDCI. I don't know the engine code. Big, yeah. Best of luck, guys.